How are you doing, guys? Welcome to another deck tech. Um, in the last video, we looked at Noblord's zoo list, his Warlock zoo list, and this time we are going to try Satellite's most recent list. It's significantly different from Noblord's. So remember, Noblord, he played Prince Keliseth and no two drops, right? And he also played a pirate package so that you could do Mimi stuff with South Sea Captain and Patches. That deck was pretty good. We went 3-1, and that was pretty nice. But here we're going to try something different. This is Satellite's list, and you can see it doesn't run Prince Keliseth, so we do have two drops. It's demon heavy. It runs Vicious Fledgling. Ugh, sorry. And it runs Faceless Manipulator and a bunch of cards you never see people run. Demon Fire, Blood Fury Potion. Now, I don't remember what he ended up on Legend with this deck on the last few days, but he played this at the top 100, the top 50. The deck is interesting. It's different. I don't know, like, Zulus are just it's a different thing, right? It's kind of like weird to play. Like this list got Lich King. Like this is a fun guy's deck, right? I don't know how good it is. I personally think it's better than Noblord's deck list, okay? Because it's not reliant on the Prince Keliseth opening, and it has more of the flex cards to deal with certain difficult matchups, right? Like primarily Highlander Priest, so some of the slower decks, right? So we are going to just go straight into a game. Let's try to get 3 games with this deck list if we can, okay? And this is going to be straight 3 games. I've played this list a bit. I wouldn't say I'm very proficient at it, so I might make a bunch of mistakes. I don't know, but we're gonna try our best. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay, let's give it a try, right? Okay, so here's my opening. With Noblord's list, you wanted to throw away everything and look for the Keliseth, right? Because you have so many 1-drops that you can find that. This deck, you don't. Oh, sorry, my voice got super high there. This deck, you don't need that, right? So I'm okay with a nice curve. So here's a 1-drop. I have a 2-drop play, which is very versatile because it's going to kill something or buff my board, and then I have something to use my coin on or to use on turn 3. So I like that. All right, we'll keep all those cards, get rid of the 5-drop, and we get the 5-drop back because you know what, that's Hearthstone, and that happens a lot, right? So here, okay, boom, he's playing out stuff, he's going to get Patches. Okay, so now I learned a piece of information. Either A, he doesn't play Patches, or B, Patches is in his hand. Now, the second thing I learned is the second decision here is if I play this nakedly on the board, he can answer it with hero power and this, and yeah, that sucks. Or he could maybe just put backstab. So that said, I don't want him to shadow step or do anything with this swashbuckler. So I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, I'm just going to kill it. Because now I put him in a situation where hero power is detrimental to him, and now he's forced to use the Patches or the backstab. Okay? Patches is a bitch. Like, I mean, Patches from the hand sucks, right? Patches from the deck for free, oh, that's a different story, right? Okay, so what can we do here? There's a couple lines of play. We're just going to make our guy buffer, okay? So now he won't be able to use the traditional lines of play unless he uses backstab plus the SI7 agent. That's a play, but I guarantee you if he had backstab, he would have used it way earlier. Now here's another line of play, which is fine, but it's going to cost him his entire board and a 5 damage. Which, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's great for us. So let's see what happens. He's thinking about it, man. He's thinking about it. And he's going to go for it. He realizes this is a pretty big threat. Let's see what he can do here. Cool. Mortal Coil. Okay, well, there's nothing like... Okay, we know we're going to play the Flame Imp. So let's just life tap to see if we do get something better. We don't. So, okay, boom. Flame Imp. It's out there. A weak turn. Relatively weak turn for us, right? Ideally, what would be cool is if he lets us untap and we're able to take a Blood Fury Potion on it or something. That would be nice. Yeah, Alright. Okay. Okay. This might... Alright. This is not that bad. Shadow Step. Okay. Shadow Step's a gnome for Ratu. That's a weak choice. Or that's a weird choice, right? Alright, so I'm we've got a couple of cool situations here. So let's just draw a card first. Another Tar Creeper. Tar Creeper is pretty nice in this situation. Like, there is an option of maybe playing the Blood Fury Potion and pushing damage, and I'll put him at 14. But it leaves my board being slightly too weak for my liking. Okay, that's a big play. That's a big play. I cannot hate. That's a big play. So I already got my line of play. This is what we're doing. We're going to buff this. I'm going to push some damage out here. We kill this. And we're just going to go face. Because now he has to use a real resource to kill this. A 1-drop plus Vilespine, which he likely doesn't have. It's okay. Not the end of the world for us. Like, he doesn't have a heal. Alright? So we just need to find the damage, okay? If we find the damage, we're going to win. Let's play it safe. We'll play it safe. The reasoning here is he's not going to be able to attack with this thing. He could use a Bone Horse. Like, that kind of sucks, right? What's that? Oh, that's kind of scary. Fuck, how much do I want to do this, dude? I don't like this line of play. It's not my favorite line of play, right? But it's tough, man. The Bone Horse kind of messed me up. And I threw away the Gul'dan, you know, that's not my favorite, like, thing to happen, obviously. Oh, life steals. 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need one more piece of damage, and we have it. So 3, 4, 5. Hey, we found it, right? Cool. Cool. It's a pretty fun deck, man. Yeah, get mad, dude. Get mad. Yeah. Pretty fun deck. Pretty fun. What do you guys think? You like that so far? It's pretty interesting. I don't know if you noticed on the bottom of my screen on the right side, you see these things that say followers needed to a giveaway of a Gundam prize, and now streaming for Station Goal. So I do stream on Twitch when I'm not making these deck techs for you. I do stream most of my rank ladder playing on Twitch, and for every follower I get, when I hit 75 followers, I give away a Gundam. Right? So you can see what the graph is at right now. So please follow me if you aren't already following me, and I will just put that back up for you, and that's my address right there. Twitch.com/KenSanity. You can do a lot of things there. Donate if you really like to. I don't know if people like to do that, but yeah, a lot of options. Okay, so here, what do I feel? Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this. The reason why I'm keeping Blood Imp is because typically rogues want to use the dagger, right, as part of their method of keeping the board clear. So I'm gonna be able to buff some of my board up, right, with the Blood Imp. That makes the rogue weapons slightly weaker. Not very weak, but slightly weaker. So that's the idea there. I think next turn we're going to play both of these 1/1s. So I think, you know, I don't know how long the Hearthstone turns are. Maybe they're like 90 seconds. Is that how long a Hearthstone turn is? Or is it 60 seconds? I'm not sure. But you do not only have 60 seconds to make a decision. You have way more than 60 seconds. Because you have, here I've made my turn. I already know what my decisions are going to be. Like this, for this deck it doesn't matter. But like, let's say we're talking about another deck, right? A deck that takes a little more thought and uh, you know, you got to contemplate the turns a little more, right? Even though I'm already done with this turn, I can analyze the board state for my next turn, right? So I can spend all this time thinking about, well, what am I going to do with my existing hand on my turn 3? Like, what options does he have to play that I can respond to with on my turn 3? So I can use all this time, right? And right now I have very few options, so the decisions tree isn't very crazy, right? It's not very complicated. And I can use all of my opponent's time to make those decisions as well. So a bunch of things that you should do every turn, like if you watch my videos about, you know, 7 essential habits or the 7 tricks to getting legend, a bunch of those things are things like finding lethal, checking your curve, right? You can do those things without having to wait for your turn. Like I could check if I have lethal before I even draw my card, because all I have to think about is the card I top deck, right? So get in the habit, especially if you're not making decisions as quick as I'm making them, about thinking about your turn in general and like what you need to do and you know what you should be on the lookout for, right? So he played this 2/3. I have no answer to it. There's no way I can interact with this on a board. So I'm just gonna go face. I'll play my card on curve. Here I played this. I could have life tapped, but it would have been a waste of mana. Obviously you play on curve. This is a simple turn. There's not a lot of thinking there, right? You don't need to be a legend player to see what to do there, right? So a couple things reign true here. He hasn't used a backstab, so it pretty much tells me he hasn't drawn into a backstab, and it also tells me that he's got a weak starting hand. And also, I learned one more thing: he has patches in hand because he played a deckhand and he hasn't laid patches on the board. So, you know, I've already like incurred a lot of information by just playing the game out. Here I'm gonna go ahead and buff this guy because I want to spread the life totals out among creatures because of fear of Vilespine Slayer later in the game, and because the 5/5 is going to be threatening, but the 1/5 is more threatening for me. So for sure he uses. Yeah, like that play obviously seems pretty obvious there. We'll push it for the next turn. Let's build the board, right? So in essence, Blood Imp almost works like Keleseth in a way. Kind of. Kind of. Like, it doesn't give the attack, but it gives the defense, which typically for Warlock cards is what the cards lack. You know, they don't have strong butt. They don't have a strong health. Outside of, obviously, the Imp and Doom card, right? Which are practically the best fucking Warlock minions, right? The best demons. And you see my opponent is forced to make some tough decisions here. Like, that's tough. And I mean, that's probably the wrong decision. He should have shadow stepped this. Nah, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yeah, maybe that's the right decision. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna life tap. We want more cards. Cool. Cool. Now another thing right here is I want to be able to draw off of the Doom Guard, so that's why I didn't flip the Alchemist or the Malekith's Imp. And also the second thing is I don't know what he could drop, so maybe I want the Alchemist later, right? So the good thing, I guess, or the one positive I can take away from here is likely this Imp is going to live, which is going to be big. That's going to be huge for me. So that's bigger than even getting Gul'dan. In this matchup, I'm close to killing him, so I just need to find the reach, right? So, all right, we're doing things. He's throwing some cards out there. Oh, that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good, but this is better, right? Like, now I could have put him at 1, but the problem with that is I leave myself vulnerable to him dictating how to clear the board. At least in this situation, he's got to use a Vile Spine, and the rest of his creatures are going to have to find a way to keep my board clean, because if he doesn't, I'm just going to buff something and kill him. So there you go. So now he's spending a lot of resources to keep my board clean. I'm not going to be able to kill the imp, and now he's going to die because of it, right? So that's 4. Oh, I'm missing a point of damage. Let's play it out. Nice. I think we got lethal here. I'm pretty sure we do. So if we live 1 turn, he's going to die. Well played. So there we go. 2-0. You can see how Blood Imp is kind of like a crazy card. Kind of does some shit, right? It's pretty cool card. It's pretty nice. Let's get a final game in with the deck. What do you guys think about the deck compared to the other zoo decks, right? So remember, it runs 2 jobs. So it doesn't have the issue of no Crazy Alchemist, no Demon Fire Potion, which are the cards we're running, but I mean, what we don't gain is the benefit of Caliseth, right? Which some people like, right? But I mean, Caliseth is pretty all in to me. I think we're a lot better playing with Alchemist and Demon Fire. It's kind of tricky. It's the only 2 drops in the deck, so it makes things interesting. Okay, we expect this to be Pirate Warrior, so I'm gonna actually mulligan, like Flame. I'll keep Flame Imp because it's a 1-drop, but like it's kind of a weak 1-drop, like really. So my turn 1 will be Imp, because Imp is gonna answer all, like if he plays N'Zoth's first mate, will not be able to kill the Imp, right? So that's why I'm going to go with Imp first. I have 2 Imps in my hand. I'm always going to play the one on the right first, because I want my opponent to subliminally think that I top decked it. So always play the cards on your right, because he's going to think that other cards in your hand, the duplicates, aren't that card. You know, he's going to be like, oh, he played the one he top decked, so he must not have another one, right? That's a typical line of thinking here, right? Here, I still don't know what he's playing. I'm going to get aggressive. This could have been a mistake. Like, there would have been an opportunity to life tap here. But the problem is if he uses coin and uses War Axe, he clears the board. I kind of, like, lose my tempo, my momentum. It's kind of a sucky situation. So this is decent, because if we can keep one of these alive, we can play the Tar Creeper this turn and have a big Doomguard turn the following turn. Yeah, this is going to be nice. This is nice. This is nice. So this is some kind of tempo deck or something, right? I could play the Taunt out, but I'm worried about him coining out a Brawl. So I'm going to go with this line of play. Just not to overcommit too much. Coin Brawl, right? That's the play. So alright, so now we know it's some kind of control deck or something? I don't know. Things are not too bad. Let's play this and get the benefit of drawing 2 cards right now. Hey, that's the best. That's lit, man. That's pretty much the best we could have hoped for in terms of cards to throw away. Now this situation is a little more difficult. I think we just copy this. Let's do that. Okay, my reasoning here is that I really don't want to risk throwing away Gul'dan. Like, it's going to give me reach. And I really need the leech, so. Like I could push damage, man. Like I could put him at 2 life, right? But it doesn't seem like the risk of throwing away Gul'dan right now just doesn't seem right. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone for it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because Despicable Dreadlord, for what it's worth, is pretty weak in this matchup. Alright, well, whatever we want. 3-0. Here we are running Satellites Demon Zoo list, right? None of that Prince Keliseth shit, just straight Satellite and this Demon Zoo list. 3 straight games, pretty quick. That was pretty fast, right? That was like 20 minutes. Once again, let me show you the list so you know. That's Satellite's list. All the 1-drops, all the demon 1-drops. You got a Crazed Alchemist and 2 Demon Fires at the 2s. You got the Fledglings, Tar Creepers, and the Blood Fury Potion, which no one expects. And then you have that kind of weird late game with Blood Reaver Gul'dan, Lich King, and Faceless, right? So that's the list. What do you guys think? Do you like it more than the Noblords list that ran the Prince Keliseth? Or do you think that list is more consistent and better? Like, in my eyes, I think this particular list is a lot better. It's way more consistent, and it gets rid of all the gimmicky kind of things. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Uh, and I also, like I said, I also think that Zoo is in a horrible place in the meta. I'm sure I won 3 games, or I went 6-1 today with the deck, but I think it's in a horrible spot. Once I start lining up versus Druid and Priest, I think I'm shit out of luck. You saw how I had issues versus Mage, like a controllerish kind of Mage deck, and that's probably one of the biggest weaknesses of Zoo as an archetype. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about grinding the ladder quickly. Like, it may not be the best deck. You may be better off playing one of my priest lists or my druid lists. Those decks are tried and true. We hit legend with those easily. Um, like always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the videos. And follow me on Twitch. Follow me on all my channels, my Twitter. And as always, thank you for watching.